There is growing pressure on Israel to reach another ceasefire or pause in fighting deal with Hamas. A day after Qatar announced that the tripartite talks, also involving Egypt, is shaping well for a ceasefire to end the ongoing hostilities, France, Britain and Germany have also stepped up pressure to strike a ceasefire deal. Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. Rebuilding for Jajalkot earthquake victims reported lackluster. 60,000 affected, while only 5,000 houses constructed so far. Realtor market fails to gain momentum despite policy-level changes to revamp the sector. Revenue collection also dented. Pressure builds on Israel to hold yet another pause in fighting in its war against Hamas. At least 12 Palestinians dead in the past 24 hours. And Bangladesh lift the ACC Under-19 Asia Cup with a crushing win against UAE in the tournament finale today. UAE go down by 195 runs. The government on 29th of November last month had decided to mobilize security personnel for the rebuilding in the earthquake-hit region. However, almost 3 weeks since the decision, nothing substantial has been done in the post-earthquake rebuilding. The cabinet on 29th of November had decided to mobilize the Nepal Army, Nepal Police and Armed Police Force for the construction of temporary houses built for earthquake victims. The cabinet decision had provisioned for 90 security personnel at every local body for the reconstruction works. However, the decision has not been implemented as the government has not even been able to provide compensation amount to the beneficiaries. 90 security personnel have reached Jajalkot's Bheri municipality, the epicenter of the earthquake, while the other local bodies have not seen any security personnel so far. In Rukum West's Chaujari Musikot municipality and Tribeni rural municipality, some 35 security personnel have been mobilized for the rebuilding works. Likewise, 125 Nepal Army personnel have been mobilized in Sani Bheri rural municipality and Atbiskot municipality, while other local bodies are yet to receive any of the pledged security. Of the total 60,000 earthquake victims, only 5,000 have constructed temporary homes. 12,000 have struck an agreement for the first installment relief assistance. Experts say that lack of coordination among the three tiers of the government has contributed to the slack reconstructions. The victims, meanwhile, have been compelled to live in the makeshift tents. The deaths of 34 earthquake victims have been reported as they languish amid the dip in temperature. Nepal police have geared up to charge the individuals arrested for taking Nepali youths to Russia using illegal routes under human trafficking. Nepal police have geared up to charge the individuals arrested for taking Nepali youths to Russia using illegal routes under human trafficking. Kailali Tikapur's Bharat Shah, who had reached Russia 3 months ago, has been reported dead. The family members of the deceased Shah have conducted his last rites even as they have not received the dead body of the victim. The news of Shah's death has not been officially released by Russian government. Shah had worked in Nepal police for 7 years. He had resigned from the Nepal police to work as security guard in Dubai, from where he had joined the Russian army 3 months ago. The Foreign Ministry earlier this month had reported of the death of 6 Nepali youths while serving for the Russian army in their war against Ukraine. Nepali Congress General Secretary Gagan Thapa has claimed that the party is ready to move forward even by changing the incumbent government if necessary. Speaking at a program held in Tansen organized by Press Union Palpa today with the gathering of journalists, General Secretary Thapa stated that Nepali Congress has the right to praise the government when it performs well and also the right to criticize it when its performance is not satisfactory. saying that the performance of the government was not satisfactory in the first year. Thapa said that Nepali Congress will be ready to change the government if it continues to fail in its performance. Meanwhile, another Nepali Congress General Secretary, Vishwaprakash Sharma, while addressing a program in Baglung today, also said that the one-year performance of the incumbent government was not satisfactory. At the press meet organized by Press Union Baglung in Baglung Bazaar today, General Secretary Sharma informed that the upcoming Mahasamiti meeting of Nepali Congress that is scheduled to start from 19th of February would critically examine the current government's performance and decide whether to give continuity to it or look for an alternative. Sharma also accepted that the ministers from Nepali Congress that joined the government have not been able to work to fulfill the aspirations of the public. General Secretary Sharma also said that the next government would be led by Nepali Congress, as the Prime Minister would be chosen on a rotational basis as per the agreement reached among the coalition partners. However, Sharma said that a new leader should be made the Prime Minister, as Party President Sher Bahadur Deuba has already held the premiership on 5 occasions. 4 people were killed when 2 tractors met with an accident in Bajura today. DSP at the District Police Office Bajura, Kavindra Singh Bohra, informed that the deceased have been identified as Devraj Joshi and Karishma Rokaya of Badi Malika Municipality 2, Chandra Dani of Ward Number 1, and driver of the tractor Hikmat Rokaya of Gomul Rural Municipality 6. According to the police, the tractors heading to Ghatmuna of Gomul Rural Municipality from Martadi met with the accident when they tried to pass each other. Although the government and the Nepal Rashtra Bank have made efforts to revamp the realtor market by making policy level changes, its effects have not been witnessed yet. According to the statistics of the Department of Land Management and Archive, transactions in the realtor market have been decreasing. There weren't many transactions in the Nepali calendar month of Kartik due to the Dasai Tihar festival. In the month of Asoj, 131,803 houses were sold and bought, while in Mangshir last month, it was limited to 117,000. The department says, although there has been improvement in plotting of land, transactions have not increased and revenue was less in Mangshir compared to earlier months. According to the Department of Land Management and Archive, revenue has not increased as real estate transactions have been seen more in rural areas than in urban areas. After the government lifted the restriction imposed in land plotting, the Nepal Rashtra Bank also lowered the risk in real estate loan. As investors are not confident on the price of land increasing, transactions have not increased. The slump in the real estate market has also affected cooperatives. In our Public Voice segment today, we have asked people in several provinces what should be done to secure the rights of immigrant Nepalis. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
विदेशमा जाने कामदारहरूलाई राज्यले भाषा सिप सिकाएर मात्र पठाउनु पर्छ।
कुन देशमा रोजगारीको लागि जान्छ त्यो देशको नियम कानुन र औषधि उपचार उनीहरुको बीमाका कुराहरू उनीहरुले पाउन पनि उचित प्राथमिकको व्यवस्थामा सुसज्जित गराएर पठाउनु पर्छ।
कतिपय तलब पाएको छैनन् त्यसमा सरकारले बुझ दिनु पर्यो र बोल दिनु पर्यो।
लिगलबाट गएपछि अटोमेटिक सुरक्षित होला जस्तो लाग्छ।
त्यहाँ स्थित नेपाली राजदूतावाससँग समन्वय गर्ने र उनीहरुको हक हितको लागि चाहिँ पहल गर्नु पर्यो सरकारले।
विदेशको सरकारलाई मलाई यो समस्या पर्यो जोसुकै समस्या पर्यो भने मलाई यो समस्या पर्यो भनेर गुहार
के नियमहरु छ त्यो सबै बुझेर जादा चाहिँ सहज हुने गर्छ।
श्रमिकेन के छ श्रमिकेन अनुसार सम्झौता गर्ने
श्रम स्वीकृति लिएर जानु पर्यो।
मैन पावर कम्पनीहरुले जुन नेपालीलाई झुठो बोल्ने ठग्ने काम गर्दैछ त्यस्ता मैन पावर कम्पनीलाई पनि नेपालमा दर्ता खारेजीदेखि लिएर कडाभन्दा कडा कारबाही हुनुपर्छ।
सिप सिकाएर पठाउनु पर्छ, त्यसप्रति राज्यले गम्भीर हुनुपर्छ।
इन्स्योरेन्सहरुको व्यवस्था गरिदिनु पर्यो।
इलिगली तरिकाले पठाउन भएन।
मेन पावरले तोकेको तलबदेखि लिएर तल कामदेखि सबै सेक्युरिटीदेखि सबै हिसाबमा नेपाल सरकारले अलिकति ध्यान दिए।
धेरै दुःख पाएको छ भने आउने मन छ भने मान्छेहरुलाई उनीहरुले
निकाल्दिनु पर्यो
नेपालबाट स्वीकृति प्राप्त भएको देशमा मात्रै जानु पर्यो
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, what should be done for rapid construction of temporary shelters for the earthquake victims? 50% voted for A, swift initiatives by government, 10% voted for B, deploy volunteers, and 40% voted for C, adequate resources. And here's today's question. What's your take on the Prime Minister's statement that the ministers and secretaries have failed to work as per directive? Your options are A, helpless Prime Minister, B, lack of accountability, and C, political ploys. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international update. Pressure has been building on Israel to hold yet another pause in fighting in its war against Hamas. French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna has called for an immediate and durable truce, saying too many civilians are being killed. The UK and Germany have also jointly called for ceasefire, but only if it is sustainable in the long term. Yesterday, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said military pressure was necessary to underpin hostage negotiations. Netanyahu indicated that talks are underway to recover Israelis held in Gaza, with reports suggesting that Qatar and Egypt are involved in negotiations. In Gaza, the WHO says it has delivered medicines and supplies to Al-Shifa Hospital, which it says is minimally functional and in need of resuscitation. Hamas broke through Israel's heavily guarded perimeter on 7th of October, killing 1,200 people and taking 240 hostages, some of whom were released during a brief truce. The health ministry in Gaza, which is run by Hamas, says more than 18,700 people have been killed and 50,000 injured in the enclave since the start of the Gaza war. Meanwhile, at least 12 Palestinians have been killed in the past 24 hours. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Australia have crushed Pakistan by 360 runs in the first test played in Perth. The Perth test started with host Australia electing to bat first after they won the toss. Australia posted a first innings total of 487 all out, with the top score of 164 runs by David Warner, who has already announced his retirement from Test cricket at the end of the series. Youngster Amer Jamal was the pick of the bowlers for Pakistan as he grabbed 6 wickets. Pakistan replied with 271 all out, with the top scorer of Imamul Haq, who scored 62 runs. The next top run scorer was Abdullah Shafiq with 42 runs. Nathan Lyon was the most successful bowler for Australia with 3 wickets. Australia did not impose a follow-on as they scored 233 runs for the loss of 5 wickets to declare their innings. Usman Khawaja was the top run getter for Australia in the second innings with 90 runs. The declaration gave Pakistan a victory target of 450 runs. However, Pakistan batting crumbled in their second innings as they were bowled out for paltry 89 runs. Michelle Stark and Joss Hazlewood shared 3 wickets each, while Nathan Lyon picked 2 wickets. Lyon, with a 5-wicket haul in the match, became the 8th bowler in the world to achieve the 500-wicket milestone, having played 123 tests. The second test of the series is scheduled on Boxing Day in Melbourne. Asian Test nations have never won a Test series in Australian soil. India registered a comfortable 8-wicket victory over host South Africa in the first one-day international of the 3-match series. Arshdeep Singh and Avesh Khan rocked the Proteas batting lineup, sharing 9 wickets between them. South Africa elected to bat first in the match played at New Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg. However, the innings folded quickly as they could only make 116 runs in 27.3 overs. This was South Africa's lowest score made in the home series in one-day international cricket. Opener Riza Hendricks and Vander Dissen both failed to open their account. Tony DeGeorge scored 28 runs, while Andle Fulcayo top scored with 33 runs. 7 of the Proteas batters failed to reach double figures. Arshdeep Singh was the pick of the Indian bowlers with 5 wickets, while another youngster, Avesh Khan, picked up 4 wickets. Arshdeep also became the first Indian pacer to pick a 5-wicket haul against South Africa. In reply, India chased the target in 16.4 overs, losing only 2 wickets for a comprehensive 8-wicket victory. After the early loss of Rituraj Gaikwad, the pair of Sai Sudarshan and Shreyas Iyer added 88 runs for the second-wicket partnership. Sai Sudarshan remained unbeaten on 55 runs, while Shreyas scored 52 runs. The second match of the series is slated for Tuesday. In a rain-shortened one-day international, host New Zealand defeated Bangladesh by 44 runs. With this, New Zealand have taken a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series. Bangladesh elected to field first in Dunedin's University Oval Ground. Shariful Islam gave Bangladesh a dream start as he picked the wickets of opener Rachin Ravindra and one-down batter Henry Nichols in the very first over itself. Meanwhile, after repeated rain interference, the match was shortened to 30 overs. The other opener, Will Young, went on to score 105 runs before he was run out. He was provided good support by Tom Latham, who scored 92 runs. The joint assault meant that New Zealand finished with 239 runs for the loss of 7 wickets off 30 overs. Bangladesh were given a revised target of 245 runs under the Duckworth and Lewis method. In reply, Bangladesh lost wickets at regular intervals as they were restricted to 200 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. A number of Bangladeshi batters got starts but failed to capitalize as Anamul Haq top scored for them with 43 runs. Adam Milne, Ish Shodhi and Josh Clarkson shared 2 wickets each for New Zealand. Nepal's #1 amateur golfer Subhash Tamang has won the 122nd Amateur Golf Championship of India. Subhash defeated Indian golfer Rohit 9-7 in the final, played in 36-hole match play format. Subhash had lagged behind in the first 9 holes but surged a comeback in the match to clinch the title. This is the first instance that a Nepali golfer has won a golf championship in India. Amateur Golf Championship is the oldest golf tournament in India. Subhash had defeated 3 Indian players in the playoff round before edging past South African golfer Altin van der Merwe in the semi-final. Subhash has been training in Bangalore's Tarun Sardesau Academy.